Today, we are sitting inside a Dodge Challenger, one of the United States' most stolen vehicles, and I'm going to show you guys a fairly simple and cheap way to help prevent the theft of such. Now, if you've heard of kill switches before, there's a couple different ways to install one, and they even make different products, plug and play. Today, I'm going to show you how to install either the plug and play version, or if you're like me, you want to save a few bucks, install a simple toggle switch. So what you're going to need is heat shrink tape, electrical tape, a soldering iron and solder, a heat gun, and some spare wire around 14 or 16 gauge to extend the circuit of this button. The goal is to have a cutoff to this push button somewhere else in the car, hidden, where you can turn it on and off. The theory is if you disconnect the circuit going here, the power wire, a thief who has copied your key one way or another can't use the ignition button anymore. And this is the simple principle of what we call the kill switch for this system. So in this method, I won't even be taking off this gigantic bezel that goes around the touchscreen. Instead, you can actually access this through this panel right here. So I'm going to show you that real quick. You want to get your pry tool or screwdriver, however you want to do it. Just carefully get in this little crack right here. Push until you hear a pop, and you're in. From here, you want to take your fingers, reach around back until you're lined up with this button. You'll feel a cylindrical housing behind here, and if you reach down just a little bit further towards the ground, you'll feel a harness. That harness has a little button on it. You push it in, and it unclips, and you'll be able to feed it out through here with your fingers. Once you've done that, you'll identify the red power wire, and that's where you'll make your cut. Now, you kind of see it down here, and I realize it's in a shadow. I've already done so, and I've run the new power wires somewhere else into the car in a hidden location. That is where my kill switch is. And right now, even though I have the key with me, I cannot start this vehicle. See, the button simply does not work right now. That's the goal. If the thief got in, got this far, actually unlocked my car, they're not going anywhere. So, once you have this harness, I recommend undoing the factory electrical tape as far back as possible and then sending out your new power wire somewhere else into the car. The reason why you want to cut it back as far as possible is because if you have both ends of the splice showing right here, a thief could pop this out just as I showed you right now and rip out the splices, short circuit them together real quick, and pretty much bypass your whole anti-theft device. So if you hide the top portion, they're not going to be able to find the power wire to hook it up. You could either route it up and over the vents, up and over the steering column, or maybe under, back towards the engine bay. Whatever you want to do, just try and hide it as best you can. So let's say we got it all installed now. Let's test it out. So I have secretly flipped my switch and the kill system is turned off, so I can start the car like normal. See, it works perfectly now. And now I can drive off, do what I want, and if I go and park somewhere, just flip that switch. Now you can no longer use this button, and now you can no longer start the car.